Hello everybody, my name is Samara and welcome back to SamaraTube 1. As you can see, we have our first comment on the board by Jada. I know it's very small in this camera angle, but in today's video I'm going to talk about me leaving the 7th grade and going into 8th grade. Also, I'm going to talk about how to survive the 7th grade and questions for all you 8th graders out there who are watching. Probably not. I have no clue whoever is actually watching. But I'm glad you guys are watching. I'm glad you guys enjoy this channel. Without you, me reaching 20 subscribers, over 20 subscribers by now, wouldn't have been possible. So thank you. And I'm going to have questions that I'm going to ask for the 8th grade. Now, like I said, if you guys want to comment below what should I put on this cardboard or this background, then comment below. Also, 8th graders, answer my questions that I'm going to ask. So, first question, well, actually, let's start with 7th grade. So, first tip for 7th grade, choose your friends wisely. And I know your parents probably told you that a lot, and it gets on your nerves a lot. But they're right. Some friends, some friends may stick by your side and be cool, and some friends may ditch you at the movies. You never know. It's not like that happened to me before. Nah. Nah, that didn't happen to me before. It did. Okay, who am I kidding? It totally did. It did happen to me before, but it's cool. I forgot whose friends was it. I forgot their names. It was actually a while ago. I don't actually think that was in 7th grade, but choose your friends wisely. It will go for both. Tip number 2, always be on time for class, because being late for class is the worst. I heard that if you be late for class 3 times in a week, you get detention. I think so. I actually don't know which one, but I actually had a system where I was downstairs, where sometimes I was downstairs for some classes and I had to hurry upstairs for the next class. And this sucked in 8th grade because my last class, because I was at PE, and my last class was science. Well, actually, this sucked in 6th grade because my last class was science, and I had to run from PE, from gym, all the way to science, which was the worst. And there's one time we had this vending machine with juice in it, and we were tired from PE. I got an apple juice, but when I ran all the way to science with an unmessy binder, which leads to number 3, always keep a binder organized, and I had the apple juice in my hand, but then when I actually got to science class, my teacher said throw it away because we don't allow water, and I was so disappointed. Half of it actually went down my throat on accident because I was trying to hurry up and stuff like that, and I had it on me and stuff like that, and I was trying to drink and hurry, but turns out I still missed that apple juice. Tip number 3, always have organized binder, because you can't do anything with an unorganized binder. It's pretty bad. I had to go to Avid, as I mentioned in my video where the do's and don'ts, the good and bad of school. So I mentioned in my last video that, well, not my last video, but I was in Avid, which is an elective. And in Avid, we always had these things every Friday called binder checks. This was back in 7th grade and 6th grade, and probably going to be in my 8th grade, which is, I would say, we all didn't hate binder checks, but they weren't the best. I wouldn't say I failed every binder check, but 99% of the time, I'm just kidding, nah, not 99% of the time, but it's where you had to check your binder, and it's where the people there check your binder and make sure you have at least 2 pens, a pencil, a highlighter, 3 things, and you have the table of contents in the right order. There was also something else. Nothing in the front pockets, which I wouldn't say it was impossible, but it was pretty good. Yeah, my Avid was pretty good and stuff like that. But binder checks, you wouldn't get stressed over it. It's just weird. It was just weird, really. Um, so always keep your binder organized. Next tip, respect your teacher. I don't know why you guys wouldn't respect your teacher. I guess because you probably don't really like your teachers that much. And that would make sense because, well, I mean, where my teachers were pretty good, so I wouldn't hate my teachers. But if you're out there somewhere and you don't really like your teachers that much, that I guess that makes sense because sometimes teachers don't really agree with you, or sometimes they disagree with you, you know, which is actually the same thing. They don't agree with you and they disagree with you, yeah. But sometimes they agree with you. Um, Also, talk unless you need to talk, really. Don't talk in the middle of class, and I guess that leads us to our next tip, which is tip number 5. So, don't talk in the middle of class. Don't do that. Um, and I'm just going to go on, because that's all I need to say for tip number 5. And I'm going to go on to tip number 6, which is don't, lunchtime, sit in the designated area. Because I had these things where you can't sit anywhere you want lunch. Like, it was a class, and there was 3 tables for that whole class. Don't switch classroom tables. So don't switch classroom tables. And yeah, that's number 6. That's actually all I need to say, really. Lunch, school, don't be late for class, binders, make friends. Um, yeah, that's all I need to say. Now, questions for 8th grade. And this is my number 1 question. Is 8th grade good? You know? Is it fun? Is it fun? I'm not asking for some High School Musical. No. I hate that movie. I'm sorry. Actually, I can't hate it. I haven't actually seen the movie, but it does look a little bit corny, to be honest with you. I think I've seen some of the movie, but nah, it's not my type of movie. Um, so is it fun? Is it good? Do you get bullied a lot, or is that just in the movies? Question number 2. Does it feel good to be on top? Or is it just nothing, like everyone else? Because you are the last grade going into high school, so technically you're on top. I never really thought about it. So is it fun being on top? Or is it pretty boring because, you're in the same school with the same people, unless new people came in and some people moved to another school? So, is it boring? Or, also, another question. Is it, not as fun, but you teachers, or do you guys do science fairs? You probably don't, because I think the whole school would have to do science fair. I also heard about this 3-year test. Is that hard? Is that hard to do it? Because 3-year science test, which is everything from middle school, starting with beginning to the grade you're in now, 6th grade to 8th, and that's going to be all years on science. Is that hard? Or, or if you have the right notes, is that good? That's my question. Excuse me there for a sec. That's my question, though. Next question. I don't know which question we're on, honestly. If you're watching this video, do my tips for 7th grade also apply to 8th grade? Also, have you seen that show or movie on Netflix called 8th Grade? Is that relatable or not? That's all my questions. So, that's actually all the tips and questions I have. 8th grade, leave a comment below if you can answer my questions. 7th grade, leave a comment below the tips help you. Any grade, anyone who's watching, leave a comment. What should I put on this board right here? It can be anything. Also, your name from your comment will also be, it says Jada right here. Your name, you can also ask me which color you want to put it in. I should put it in right here. But your name will be added to your comment, which is pretty cool. So, yep, my name is Samara Harris. I hope you have a good day. And remember, play Minecraft.